Hello. Today's topic to be declared soon. And today's topic is the difference between prepositional verb and phrasal verb. Prepositional verb and phrasal verb. And we often confuse between two types of verbs. It is because we have no conception about phrasal verb and prepositional verb. Now welcome to my channel and easy step to English grammar, and let us start our discussion without making our introduction unnecessarily lengthy. Okay. Now, what is prepositional verb? First, let us start with prepositional verb. You know that on, in, at. Okay. Hello, sir. I am very pleased to have you in my live streaming class. So, what is prepositional verb? So, at first, you will have to know or will have to understand what prepositions are. Okay. Try, sir. The pleasure of mine. Yes. Thank you very much. On, in, at, for, into, etc. Without, with, all these are prepositions. So when you use prepositions, you see that preposition means a word that precedes either a noun or a pronoun and makes a relation between that noun or pronoun with the other words of the sentence to have a clear meaning of the sentence. So prepositionের বাংলা মানে হলো পদান্বয়ী অব্যয় যা পদের মধ্যে অন্বয় স্থাপন করে, অর্থাৎ কিরকম, অর্থাৎ প্রিপোজিশন হলো নাউন বা প্রোনাউনের পূর্বে বসে ওই নাউন বা প্রোনাউনের সাথে বাক্যের অন্যান্য শব্দগুলোর সম্পর্ক বুঝিয়ে দেয়। ওকে, ফর এক্সাম্পল, I saw that some birds were chirping on the banyan tree. So if you omit on, you see that there is no meaning. That the birds were chirping on the tree. So on has preceded the noun tree. Similarly, for example, sir, please look into the matter. So matter is actually noun and into is preposition. So it is related both to the noun matter and at the same time look. Please look into the matter. Suppose you have go to the police station and you are writing an application. In the circumstances, I request you to look into the matter and to take necessary actions against those antisocial elements. So against is preposition, and at the same time look into. Okay. Hello. Hi. I am very pleased to have you in my class. So it is prepositional verb. Next, please look at the board. I am trying to write some sentences on it. I have used two prepositions. Please look at the board, and I am writing some sentences on it. Look at. So look is verb and act is obviously preposition because board is noun. Okay? So it is prepositional verb. Clear? I am writing some sentences on the board. So on the board, so on has preceded the board, so it is also preposition. However, all these are prepositional verbs. I looked through the window to see that it was raining heavily outside. I looked through the window. Okay? So looked is verb, through is preposition, that is prepositional verb, window is noun. So all these are prepositional verbs. Okay? He was accused of theft. Okay, Rupak, as you are very tired today, you can't stay long, so I cannot give you order that you must stay here. Okay. Now I am discussing phrasal verbs. So what is phrasal verbs? Phrasal verbs are those verbs which verb plus adverbial particle, they seem to be preposition: on, it, at, into, for, all these. They seem to be prepositions they are adverbial particles. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Please listen to me and interact with me, and I shall be benefited, and all of you will be benefited. Okay? For example, please sit down. Please sit down. So sit is verb, but down is adverbial particle. That is acting as an adverb. Sit and down are actually expressing a single meaning, boso. Sit down. Okay? Stand up on the bench. Stand up on the bench. So stand up is phrasal verb. Up is related to stand. So stand up means please stand up. উঠে দাঁড়াও। কোথায় দাঁড়াবে? On the bench. So on is preposition, but stand up is phrasal verb, because stand and up are expressing a single meaning. So here lies the difference between phrasal verb and prepositional verb. So this is my introduction. this is my introduction. That is the difference between prepositional verb and phrasal verb. Okay. Now for example, don't look down upon the poor. So look down upon means a hate. Look down upon means a hate. So look is verb, down and upon, all these prepositions are acting as adverbial particles. So look down upon means to hate. You should not look down upon the poor. Okay. So look down upon means to hate. Next, that you cannot cure, you must put up with. You must put it up with. So put up with means bear with, to tolerate. To tolerate. All these are common phrasal verbs. That is why I am discussing with you. All these are very popular and common phrasal verbs which are always set in the competitive examinations. That you cannot endure, that you cannot cure, you must endure. That means you must put up with. You must put up with. So put up with means to bear with, to tolerate. Put up with. So I have given you two phrasal verbs, look down upon and put up with. Next, for example, when the house was on blaze, when the house was on blaze, the fire brigade rushed to the spot to put out the fire. To put out the fire. So what is the meaning of put out? Put out means extinguish, niviye dewa. Naturally it is phrasal verb. Put is the main verb and out is the adverbial particle. Naturally put out means extinguish and it is a phrasal verb. So put up with, put out, and I have given you another phrasal verb. However, next phrasal verb I am giving you. For example, switch off the light. So switch and off. Switch is verb and off is adverbial particle. Naturally, it means to switch off. Niviye dewa lota. Switch off the light. And the most popular example is that, please switch the light off. Please switch the light off. Light is the object and it has taken its place between the verb and the adverbial particle. Okay? Switch the light off. Switch on the light. Please switch the light on. So, phrasal verbs can be used in such a way. Okay. You see that do Do means কোনো কিছু করা, to complete an action. Okay. For example, please do off your shoes before entering the temple. Do is verb and off is adverbial particle. So do off means খুলে ফেল, do off. And similarly you may say do your shoes off before entering the temple. It is also a phrasal verb. Okay? Do off. Another example, do away with. Do away with. Do is verb, away with. Two prepositions. But all these are not prepositions but adverbial particles because it means to abolish. To abolish. নিঃশেষ করে দেওয়া, মুছে দেওয়া. For example, the sati in Bengal or in India was done away with by Raja Ram Mohan Rai. By Raja Ram Mohan Rai. Done away with. So do away with means to abolish. So do off, do away with, etc. Okay. For example, you are completely drenched in rainwater. Please do off your shirt. Do off your shirt. You are completely drenched. Or do your shirt off. Okay? So, there are many phrasal verbs which are commonly or frequently used in our daily use, in our conversation, in our writing English, and everywhere we use phrasal verb. For example, it is winter and the leaves of the trees are dropping off. OFF. Dropping off. Dropping off means coming down. They are falling down. Dropping off. So it has a single meaning. Always remember that verb plus adverbial particle will express only one meaning, that is phrasal verb. But in prepositional verb, actually does not express the single meaning. It is related to the verb and the noun just to make a relationship. Okay, so dropping off. He got down from the train when it reached Shialdah. Got down. That means got down from the train. So got is verb, down is adverbial particle, but from is preposition. From is preposition. So got down is phrasal verb, but from is preposition. Got down from. Okay. But I am telling you that the burglars broke into the room. The burglars broke into the room and plundered all the articles. The burglars broke into the room. Okay, but broke into means they entered the room by breaking. They entered the room by breaking. So it is a phrasal verb, broke into. Okay, where the verb and the adverbial particle form a single word, it is obviously a phrasal verb. That's my explanation. Okay. For example, the teacher summoned the boy. The teacher called him in. So called in is a single meaning. Called in. Okay. Call in a doctor. Call in a doctor. That means please call a doctor for treatment. Calling. For example, come. After a long time, I came across my old friend. After a long time, I came across my old friend. What does it mean? Came across? To meet suddenly. To meet suddenly. Came across. So came plus across, these two words. Across is adverb. The function of across is adverb because it is related to the verb came. Naturally, they are phrasal verb. Okay, came across. Another example, apart from came across, you may say, for example, he came out of the room angrily. He came out of the room angrily. So came out is a single meaning. Came out is a single meaning, and that is why it is phrasal verb. Out is related to came, and at the same time you see that of the room, of is preposition. Okay, of is preposition. So the function of the preposition is to precede a noun or a pronoun and to make a relation with that noun or pronoun with the other words of the sentence. But phrasal verb means verb plus adverbial particle expressing a single meaning. একটি মাত্র অর্থ প্রকাশ করবে। কেমন? Came out of. Okay? For example, another example, I am giving you many examples which are very common for your examinations, and that is why I am giving you so many examples. So many examples. For example, you may say, you see that prepositional verb. I am giving you an example of another prepositional verb. For example, I directed all my duties and responsibilities towards taming the power hidden in nature. For example, so I directed to is preposition. but preposition plus gerund, taming. Okay? Preposition plus gerund. So grammar is such a thing that you can learn through lecture, by practice at home, etc. But it is easier to learn by reading many books which are available or which are at your hand. Okay? Another example I am giving you. For example, the boy pushed off or pushed him off from behind. Okay, so push off is a phrasal verb, from is preposition, behind. Okay, etc. And I may give you thousands of examples of phrasal verbs which are probable for your competitive examinations. Okay. Another example I am giving you. The president of the meeting gave away all the chocolates among the children. Gave away. Gave away. So gave away means distributed. It has a single meaning. The president of the meeting gave away all the chocolates among the children. So give away is obviously a phrasal verb. Okay? Give away, phrasal verb. And now Netaji never gave in to the British. So gave is verb, in is actually adverbial particle which means surrender. So Netaji never gave in to the British. Okay? So I have given you, you see that give in means surrender. So give in and give away. Now you may say another example with give. For example, nowadays the farmers set the stubbles on fire and they emit smoke. They emit clouds of smoke. Here they mean stubbles. So you may say nowadays the farmers set the stubbles on fire and they give out clouds of smoke. Give out. So give in, give out, give off, etc. All these are phrasal verbs. So when there is a single meaning, verb plus adverbial particle, you are at liberty to say that it is a phrasal verb. So I have given you innumerable phrasal verbs, and if you listen to the phrasal verbs again this live streaming class, you will see that you have got common in your examination hall. Okay? I am gossiping with you, I am sharing my ideas with you, and I have also given you the difference between prepositional verb and phrasal verb. So you may think it that there is nothing new in it. Again I am reminding you that all these are very common factors to learn English. Thanking all of you. Good night, and I will try my best to translate a Bengali passage into English tomorrow. Good night. If you feel it necessary, you may like, comment, share and subscribe too. Then I shall be encouraged and enthused to give you more lessons like that. Okay.